All right, quick look at now some other stories making headlines this week, including a fight over terms for a regional authority for Detroit's water department, plus a big step toward the new hockey arena in downtown. Let's first talk about the water authority. You have Oakland County and Macomb County not too thrilled with the deal that Kevin Orr has so far floated. I love regional cooperation, except when you can't get cooperation in the region.
Except when it's I've got to cooperate.
Except when so what is it going to take to get Brooks and Mark Hackel to buy in on this?
They've got to be convinced that they're not getting stuck with responsibility for $8 billion in repairs for this system. They don't want to stick their residents with that sort of legacy costs. And it's easy to say every time Brooks or Mark raise an objection, oh, you're not regionally cooperating, but you can't expect them to take a bad deal. And this is looking like a bad deal. They say they don't have the numbers from the city to assess whether it's a great deal or not. I think those are legitimate concerns. I think Kevin Orr is going to have to sit down with them and address those long-term liabilities and who gets stuck with them.
How can you buy into a deal when you don't have the numbers, or you say that rates for your constituents?
Well, the rates are going to go up for everybody. We don't pay enough for water in this region. That's why the system is in the condition it is. We're not paying to maintain one of the largest water systems in the world. Think about what your cable bill is, for example, and think about what your water bill is, and then think about the maintenance for those two kinds of services. It's just not, it doesn't make any sense. At the same time, one of the big picture things here is that, the suburban communities are customers in this system. They don't own it. They're being asked to take some ownership in it, and I think those are legitimate questions they should ask about, well, if we are gonna own it, who's gonna pay for the liabilities that it's incurred? At the same time, if you don't want to be part of this deal, you're still just going to be a customer. You don't have a choice about that, and you won't have any say over how it's managed going forward. You're going to pay one way or another. People in Oakland County, people in Macomb County, just get ready for it. You're going to have to pay more for water in this region. The question now is, do you want to have a seat at the table to determine how all this is managed going forward, or do you just want to continue to be a customer?
But let's recall, we had these same fights, same conversations when the Cobo Authority was coming together.
Sure.
And they
ended
up addressing the suburban objections and coming up with a better plan. I think that's possible this time.
All right, let's talk real quick about the new arena, and it seems that it would be nothing but positive. You finally have this link from a little bit of downtown to midtown, a huge parcel of land, new hockey arena, entertainment. Why is there still some trepidation about this deal, Stephen?
Well, I think you want to know what role the Ilitches are going to play in this. I mean, this is a lot of public money going not just on the public's behalf and for public benefit, but for their benefit. And they own a lot of property that's in horrible shape. They haven't taken care of it. They have some tax issues that need to be resolved with the city. I think if you're going to do this, you want to see those issues put on the table as well and resolved. And I don't see any problem with that. I think that's just taking care of the public trust.
I think it was interesting. Some city council members voted down, but the ones who voted yes kind of did it almost holding their nose, saying, well, we're going to keep an eye on them. What kind of recourse does the city council have on a deal like this?
Well, they have none as long as we have an emergency manager. My issue with the deal, and I think one concern city council and some of the community has raised that we shouldn't just be glossing over, is the fact that taxpayers will have to come up with $12 to $13 million a year to pay off these bonds. And that's about the money the Ilitches would pay a shortstop, and one they might cut.
A good shortstop, like one that will help us win the World Series.
And you wonder, okay, if you can pay a guy like Cecil Fiedel $220 million, you can't come up with $12 million to pay for your own hockey arena. Just
yeah, I mean, they're the Ilitches.
Last 20 seconds.
The Ilitches are very important citizens and public citizens.
And they invested when no one else did.
They did, but they've got to be held accountable like everybody else.
Yeah. All right. Well, gentlemen, thank you so much. That is going to do it for My Week. Thanks so much for joining us. Find us at myweek.org for more on the show and for Nolan and Stephen's columns during the week. Plus, you can keep tabs on the Detroit Journalism Cooperative and the work that we're doing following Detroit's bankruptcy process. For all of us here at Detroit Public TV, I'm Christy McDonald. Have a great night and come back and see us next week. Take care.
Business Leaders for Michigan is dedicated to making Michigan a top 10 state for jobs, personal income, and economic growth. Learn more at businessleadersformichigan.com. Funding is also provided by Delta,